Hey guys, so it is strawberry season here in Indiana, and strawberry season typically lasts less than a month out in the U-Pick farms or the farmers markets. So we want to make the strawberries last, and we want to preserve them. So yes, they're great for cobblers and pies and angel food cakes and putting them on pancakes, but I want to keep them for the winter. So what I do is that every year my family and I go to a U-Pick farm, and we use about half of what we pick. We pick 15 pounds sometimes, like a stupid amount, and I make jam so that we have strawberry jam through the winter. And I'm going to show you how to do this. It is very simple in the fact that I'm using a special pectin. Pectin is what gels and thickens your jam. That does not need to be heated, so I don't have to use a pressure canner. I don't have to use a water bath. I just freeze my jams. So we don't have to worry about if we're processing them correctly. We don't have to worry about heating the house when it's already hot in here. It's very simple and it's very quick, and anybody can do this. And it's a fun project to do with children as well. They can crush the strawberries, they can add the sugar, they can add the pectin, they can put it in the jars. It is a really gratifying project for children. So let me show you how to get started. I have already cleaned my strawberries. We picked these about 2 days ago, and I've already cleaned them. I've already taken the stems off, and I'm going to start mashing them. Now I'm going to use a potato masher, but you can put these in a food processor, and that would cut them and crush them as well. I'm just a little lazy, and I don't want to clean the food processor, and I don't want to find all the parts. So I'm just going to put a layer in my bowl, a layer at a time. Makes it easier, and then I'm going to mash them. So this is going to bring all the juice out. Now you want a lot of juice, but you can make this a pretty thick jam if you want, or like chunky, not thick. You can make it a chunkier jam, or you can make it a smoother. It won't be very smooth, but it'll be smoother. So I don't know if you can see those very well. So you can still see there's big pieces in here, but I'm gonna keep crushing them, but you can see the juice starting to form at the bottom. And once we put the sugar in, the sugar will also help with the juice. Extract a lot of that juice and the liquids out of the strawberries. So now I'm going to put in another layer of whole strawberries. You can also cut these strawberries down smaller so that this process is easier as well. So you just find what works for you. Again, I'm kind of lazy. That's why I don't cut my strawberries down any smaller. I just kind of fight them with the potato masher. So the strawberries themselves, you can go to a U-Pick farm. You can get them at the farmers market. You can get them at the store. There is no shame in buying delicious strawberries at the store. People advocate for local is best, and I do believe in that, but sometimes it can be too expensive. It can be expensive. And there is no shame in getting your strawberries from the store. And oftentimes your strawberry season is a little bit longer in stores. If you see a sale on strawberries in the store, there's some great sales on strawberries. Sneak yourself one. Don't let the produce manager see you. Sneak yourself one. See if it's really delicious. Nice and sweet, delicious. Stock up. Freeze them, make some jam. There's no shame in that. Nobody says that delicious preserves have to come from your backyard. Okay, so as you can see, I'm getting a lot of sludge. Strawberry delicious sludge. And again, you can make this as chunky as you want, but you still have to have a lot of that liquid. Okay, so I'm going to consider these smashed and done. So let me show you the pectin. So this is ball, and it's 30-minute jam. And this is freezer jam with no cooking. So the instructions are right here in the, hold on. Okay. So here's all of your instructions. It's laid out for you. So not only can you use this pectin for strawberries, you can use it for peaches, you can use it for pears, you can use it for berries. I'm looking forward to, I have a huge blackberry bush. I'm looking forward to making blackberry. You can use it for cherries. So you can find this pectin, you can find it on Amazon, of course. You can find it, I got mine at Target. You can find it probably at your local hardware stores. So just make sure you don't confuse this with the other pectins that you have to use heat for. Make sure it says freezer. So now for this recipe, I'm going to need 2 tablespoons. So I've already measured out my sugar. So this is 15 ounces of sugar. Now as far as sugar goes, this is not a low sugar recipe. You can find low sugar recipes on the internet. Make sure you check like the Ball Blue Book or other books. Go to your local library, that's what I recommend. Or get on the Ball website and find the recipes that are tested repeatedly over and over again to make sure you're getting good results. And I wouldn't trust Pinterest recipes for this. I would trust books and like official websites for Ball. So anyway, I'm putting 2 tablespoons of the pectin. And going back to the sugar, it's not low sugar. You can substitute Splenda. I don't like using sugar substitutes, but you can experiment and you can try to use coconut sugar, and mine's just organic raw sugar. What other sugars are there? I don't think syrups will work like agave or honey, but they could. Experiment, have fun, see what you can find when you research. So I'm going to go ahead and mix the pectin with the sugar. I love using my hands when I cook. Use a spoon if this weirds you out. I use my hands a lot. Okay, so that's mixed well. And for this recipe, you know what do I need for this recipe? For this recipe, I need 3, oh god, fractions. Let's start out with 3. Okay, so I need 1 2/3 per batch. And in this batch, I'm actually making 3 batches. So I need, I'm winging this, don't. 1, 2, 3. And for the 2/3, I'm just going to eyeball 2/3 3 times. 2/3. 2/3. Now you should be a little more precise than I am if this is your first time making preserves. You can't totally wing it. Alright, so all you have to do is pour your sugar and your pectin into the strawberries. We're going to mix this up. I'm going to use my potato masher to maybe crush them a little bit more as I mix them. But just make sure that the sugar is really well dissolved. So, now it's time, all ready to get out your jars. I tell you, it goes super quick, super fast. So you can do an assortment of jars if you like. I tend to enjoy the half pints. You can do a regular pint. If you eat jam, you know, depends on how often you eat jam. My house, I eat it every day with my kids, or PB&J sandwiches on toast. So I usually do pints. If you don't use it as often, or you know, eat it as often, you can do a half a pint. And then if you want to give a cute little gift, or you know, your 4-ounce jars are even cuter. And this is a cute gift. And this is if you really don't eat jam often at all. So that's that little guy. I don't use these very often because it's just not practical for me. So I'm going to actually use my pint jars. Now you do want to make sure that these are well cleaned and sterilized. That is very important. But all you gotta do, put that right on top. Now this should make 3 pints, but we may get a little bit more, couple more. So you just want to fill it to this rim here, because you have to leave room for it to expand in the freezer. Because if you do not, your jars will crack. So that is a very important tidbit, is that your jars will crack if you don't give them space to expand. So. So this needs to set for 30 minutes, and they will be set, and then you can put them in your freezer. So that's all it takes to make preserves from fresh strawberries that, you know, will last you through winter. So, you know, I've got a half jar I'm going to start eating probably today, and the rest we will have on hand. Bring you a little taste of spring. So if you have any questions about preserving or pickling, please let me know. I love to dehydrate, I love to can, I love to pickle. So if you have any questions about maybe fruits or vegetables that you have an abundance of and you don't know what to do with them, ask me and I'd be happy to give you some ideas. And like I said, I like more practical recipes. I like quick, I like easy, because even though I love it, I'm still kind of lazy about it. So let me know, and I'm happy to guide you along, okay? Thanks.